Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be covering how to create your own loan calculator in Excel, which will also include a repayment schedule or amortization schedule, but there'll be a few assumptions we'll need beforehand. So this example would be going based off of a mortgage. So we can come up with a loan amount, we'll say $200,000. The loan terms, which will be the amount of time it takes to pay off for a mortgage, will typically be 30 or 15 years. And fixed rate interest, we'll just go with 6%. Nowadays could be anywhere between 5 and 7, but that could change any given year. So after we have these assumptions, and this doesn't include down payments or different tax payments included within a mortgage payment, this will just be for the loan. We'll then be able to create a table that will show us the schedule of how we paid off and the interest paid versus the principal paid on this loan. So we'll start by the month of the payment, the interest payment, the principal payment, and then we can do a total payment column. So this is all we'll need to show off the payment schedule and how much we pay in interest versus principal. So we know that the amount of months will be 360, which will be 30 years times 12. So we can start by getting our months. If we change this to general, then we'll want to copy this down to 360 months. So then we can press Control and up. So now we have the total number of payments that it will take to pay off this loan. And there is a built-in function to give us a payment on a loan based on the criteria we have here. So we can start typing equals PMT, and this will be the function that will calculate this payment. So the rate of this interest, we can click on the interest rate and we'll press F4. So F4 will create a fixed cell. These dollar signs will show that this will be fixed. So as this function moves or gets copied into new cells, this cell will not change, because other ways of doing this without the dollar sign would make this relative. So as we paste down one cell, it would go down to E3, and in this case, we don't want that. And this would be the 6% interest rate divided by 12. Since there are 12 months in a year or 12 different payments that this interest rate would be split up by, then we can add a comma. The NPER would be the term, so 30 years, and we can also press F4, but that would be multiplied by 12, meaning the 30 years multiplied by 12 for those 12 payments. Then we can add a comma. And the PV would be present value, or just the amount of the loan, which we can click and press F4 again to make this fixed as well. So this will give us the total payment, but it'll make it negative. So I'm actually going to go in to the beginning of this and type ABS to make it absolute, because we don't care that it's a negative. It's easier to work with positive numbers. So this will give us a total payment for this loan. And already we can take this loan payment and multiply it by 360. This is the total that we'll repay on the loan. So 200,000 of it will be the principal, and the other 231,000 will be in interest. And we can create a table that will show us the schedule of how those payments get broken down. So this payment will be the same every single month. So we'll want to eventually copy it down for all 360, but we can start with principal payment. There's also a function in Excel that will do this for us. So if we start by typing equals CUM, it'll be cumulative principal, which will be this function right here. We can double click and it will be very similar, where we'll take the interest rate, we can press F4 and then divide that by 12. Then we can add a comma. It will be the same for the loan terms, that 360, press F4 to make it fixed, multiplied by 12, then another comma. PV will be the present value. So this will be 200,000. We can press F4, then a comma, and then this is where we take a start period, and we're going to want this to be month. and we will not want this to be fixed. So as this function gets copied down, we want this to move and take this new month as the value. We can add another comma because we want the start period and the end period to both be 1. And then if we add another comma, the type will either be beginning of period or end of the period. We'll be having this 0 or end of the period as our type. We can close the parenthesis and hit enter. And we can actually make this absolute as well. So if we go to the beginning, we'll type ABS and then close that parenthesis. And as we copy this down, the principal payment will actually grow because that's how the loan terms work, that you pay interest first. So you're paying back the bank or the financial institution first, and then you're slowly actually paying off your loan. And so the interest payment will actually be very simple, where it'll just be the total payment minus the principal payment. So the first interest payment will be $1,000. So that means this total payment value of this will actually be $199 in principal that you're actually paying off the loan. And the other will be $1,000 into the financial institution's pocket. And this is just how loans are created here in the terms of them. And they all have a certain schedule that they go off of. So now if we copy this down for the rest of the 360, and we'll be copying all of these down, this will be the total amortization schedule or repayment schedule of this loan. So if we scroll all the way down to the bottom of this, we'll see that the final payment, the 360th payment, will actually only pay $5.97 to the financial institution, and $1,193 will be paid towards the principal or towards the actual money that we loaned or got loaned to us. And so this would essentially be the full loan calculator that would already tell us a payment. And so as we change this, let's say we change it to $220,000, we can see that all of these change, with the total payment being $1,319 and the total repaid on this loan being $474,000. So if we change this to 5%, we see that this went down nearly $5,000 or $50,000. The payment amount went down significantly, and as this interest rate goes up, the payment increases quite a lot. So this is how to be informed about the different purchase prices of, say, a house in this example, or car, or whatever you would be taking a loan out on, to see the different ways that it can either benefit you to have certain interest rates or be much better for a bank or financial institution. And for this example, being a mortgage, most people will include their taxes in every month's payment. So let's just say the taxes would be a certain percentage, but we'll just say it's an extra $200. And this would change depending on where you live, like the county, the state, all these things will change this amount of taxes. So this would just be added on because this would be the same given that no tax laws or the value of the house and property doesn't change significantly in a period of time. Then this would be the full payment would be included. So this would be if you wanted to track not only the total payment and repayment of the loan calculator, but also include something like taxes. So this would just be the same amount, and it would be total payment plus this. And that would be the same every month as well. And then we could just take the sum of all 360 of these payments. And so that would significantly increase the price that we're paying. That would be included in taxes. And then you could also even add another column for that, say you have an HOA of $100 a month. If we copied that down and then just included that within the formula, we can see that that also increases the total payment. So you could change it depending on what you want to track. if you just want to track the loan term, or if you also want to track other variables within your payment. But I do think this is a really quick way. Instead of using different calculators online, Excel is a great way to track and save stuff, as we could create a copy of this. So we could copy this to the end, and we could have one tab and rename it $250,000. And then we could have another sheet where we want to track a $300,000, not 3,000,000, 300,000, and maybe an interest rate of 5.5. And we can go back and forth and see the different payment structures of each of these. And this would be 5.5. So that would change this. So payment on a $300,000 loan with 5.5 interest, 2,000, given a $250,000 loan, 7% is very close. So that's how much interest rate affects this. And you can rename this. And I will have a version of this available on my website. I'll leave the link in the description where you can download it for free if you're curious about using it. And that's all I have for you in this video. If you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.